The Dallas Mavericks have had a very successful offseason, and with our free agency signings, the team is ready to go into the next season and are prepared to make that deep push for the finals. But there's one player whose development is leaving fans in shock, as we just hope to see that what he has to offer can actually help the Dallas Mavericks, and that player is none other than Olivier Maxence Prosper, also known as Omax. In this video, we're going to take a look at Omax, how well did he perform last year, what are some of the players and some of the coaches are saying about him, and what can we expect next year. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, only 9% of you guys have that bell notification turned on. It's the off season, but it's not my off season. Although I didn't drop a video yesterday due to technical difficulties, we are dropping content on everything Mavericks related. And if you don't want to miss out on a single thing that we do, make sure you ring that bell. But like I said in the intro, we're talking about our boy Omax, the rookie now turned sophomore that we drafted last year, who was more or less just a little stash in the G League where he spent the majority of his time. And now most players that do go to the G League usually go for a few reasons. One of few reasons. Either you're young and need some development, you need some reps, or maybe you're coming back from an injury, or this is just where your career ends. That's the ceiling for you. You are a G League player. But in the case of Omax, he is a rookie. He just turned 22, now about to be a sophomore, but he did spend the majority of his rookie year in the G League where he did flourish. But if we do take just a quick look at his NBA stats, nothing here really just jumps at you. Nothing here screams, oh, this guy's going to be a rotational piece. He's going to be huge for the Mavericks. And if we take a look at this, last year he averaged 3 points, 2 rebounds, 0.6 assists, 0.1 blocks, 0.2 steals, 0.2 turnovers, and 0.5 fouls per game, while shooting 38% from the floor, 28% from 3, 70% of his twos are assisted. His defensive box plus minus is negative 1.3. He has a VORP of negative 0.1, and like I said, nothing here really screams, this young guy is going to be huge for us. This young player is going to just come in and be a key cog in the machine of the Dallas Mavericks as we make a deep push for the finals. But there's more to the story, and if we take a look at his G League stats, those look a little bit nicer. And last year, he did average about 18 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. He did shoot about 42% from 3 on about 5 attempts, while also shooting 51% from the floor. Now, I understand it is the G League. It isn't the same as the NBA, but for someone who's only about 22 years old, 21 while he was playing, to be able to go into the G League, play against grown men, other professionals, and was one of the better players on his team, that does speak volumes, and that does just kind of lets us know that this guy means business. This is a young guy who's going to come into this team with a lot of effort, a lot of drive, and wants to help this team win a championship in any capacity, whether he's in the rotation or he's just on that deep bench still. Maybe he's the 7th or 8th man to come off the bench. Regardless of his role, Omax will be the type of player to help this Dallas Mavericks team win a championship in any capacity. And one of the key things that Omax brings is his defense. Now, in the G League, obviously, he can score 18 points per game while shooting 42% from 3 and 51% from the floor. That's very impressive, especially at his age and with his experience. That is very impressive. But his defense is definitely the shining spot of his resume, of his tool belt. His greatest tool will be his defense for the Dallas Mavericks. If we take a look right here, Dallas Mavericks rookie forward Olivier Maxence Prosper on being a defensive anchor one day for the Mavericks. This was back in January, just a few months ago. He said, "That's what I want to be, a defensive anchor. I want that challenge. I want to guard the best players in the world. I believe I will be that for the Mavericks." And on this channel, we've talked about all the players that we've gotten so far in Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes, even Klay Thompson, but the majority of the Dallas Mavericks are just good defenders. This team is starting to thrive on defense. Our defense has arguably kept this in a lot of games last season, and hopefully going to the next season, that will remain the case. And if we do include someone like Omax into our rotation in any capacity, that can only be a plus for us. A lot of people are saying that with the loss of Derrick Jones Jr., our defense is going to tank, but I'd argue with the players that we got back, especially the player like Omax, who is just ready to just jump on the scene, that defense really won't be a problem. And as this quote from back in January, Omax has always had that mentality of, yeah, I can score, I can do these other things, but I want the toughest defensive assignment. I want to do that for these guys. I want to do it for the team. And I believe that Omax can definitely be that guy for us. And if we just continue here, this was just the other day. Jared Dudley's goal for Omax is to get him rotation minutes next season. He also wants Prosper to guard the best perimeter player in the NBA Summer League each game. The Dallas Mavericks will have their Summer League debut. I want to say it'll be on Saturday, and Omax is definitely going to get some run. I'm excited to see what he has to offer. I'm excited to see what he learned in the G League and over the entire rookie year. How does that translate into his sophomore year? And although it is the Summer League, he's playing against other rookies and other younger players. it's still a good indicator of where Omax's game is, where Derrick Lively, who won't be playing for our summer league, we already kind of know what Derrick Lively has to offer for the Dallas Mavericks, but I think this is going to be huge for someone like Omax, as I would love to see him get some minutes, again, in any capacity, more than garbage time, obviously, but I truly believe that Omax could definitely be that replacement for Maxi Kleber. I know a lot of people have been saying we need a stretch four, we need another 3-and-D player, we need to replace Maxi. And even though I don't think we need to trade Maxi, but if we give Omax some minutes behind Maxi, that can easily be our replacement down the road in another year or two, or maybe this year, depending on how well Omax plays. And just continuing with the quotes, that's what I want. I want to guard the best player on the other end. I want to guard the best players in the world, and that's where I feel like I will make a living. Again, Omax wants it bad. He wants to guard the best players. And obviously when we have guys like Quentin Grimes, especially Najee Marshall and PJ Washington, those are some of our more key defenders. Omax wants to be included in that conversation. He sees these guys going out and playing gritty defense. And unfortunately, he was injured during the playoffs, so that's why we didn't get to see much of Omax. We didn't get to see him at all. He's seen what these guys have been doing on the defensive end. He sees what this team may lack in defense, and he wants to step up and take that challenge. Now, whether or not Omax can effectively defend the other team's best player, that's to be seen. But again, it's good to know that we have a young guy in Omax who's only 22 years old, who is ready to step up and take that challenge on a nightly basis. But also, not only do the coaches want it for Omax, not only does Omax want it for Omax, but Kyrie Irving just a few months ago, back in February, had this to say about our boy Omax. Kyrie Irving on Olivia Max's Prosper saying, I just stepped in at the beginning of the season, really tapped into Omax and knew he's going to be a special player one day. So not only does Omax believe in himself, not only do the coaches believe in Omax, but Kyrie Irving, and paired with Klay Thompson, who no doubt will be in the gym helping guys with their three-point shot. We saw the other day how Klay Thompson was in the gym with PJ Washington, a player who definitely can shoot the three ball, just not at the efficiency that we want just yet. I do believe that he can get there this season. But with all these tools at his disposal, at all the knowledge and just the veteran leadership that Omax has, he has all the tools to just become a complete player for this team, whether that is to maybe crack the rotation, maybe not the starting five, but definitely to come off the bench and be more than just a garbage time player. The ceiling is high for Omax, the incredible athleticism, the defense, the shooting. He has the tools to become a great player. He just needs that opportunity, as we've seen that with other young guys like Jaden Hardy, where he can definitely be a great piece to this team. It's all about opportunity, and it's up to Jason Kidd to give a player like Jaden Hardy and Omax the opportunity to flourish. And with the Summer League coming up, some players may look a lot better than others, but I do believe that our coaching staff do have some type of a criteria for what they want to see from these guys. They can go out and drop 20 points a game and maybe not even make the roster, where you may put up just 10 points and you might be the most important player that this Dallas Mavericks may need. Sky's the limit for Omax. I'm very excited to see his development in this upcoming season, and I just hope he actually gets some minutes to play. But in other news, Luka Doncic has been nominated for an ESPY again. Our boy Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic is nominated for ESPY's Best NBA Player of the Year award, and although he didn't win the actual MVP award for the regular season, it's good to know that yet again our boy Luka Doncic may win an award, and it will just add to his lengthy resume of awards and what he's already accomplished so far in his career. And if we take a look here, some incredible stats of Luka Doncic recorded by his age per Nick Wright. Luka Doncic by age. At 16, he debuts in the second best league in the world. At 19, he's MVP and champion of the second best league. At age 20, he's the NBA's Rookie of the Year. At 21, he's first team All-NBA. At age 22, first team All-NBA. While in the playoffs, averaging 36, 8, and 10. At 23, he was first team All-NBA again in the conference finals and the playoffs, averaging 32, 10, and 6. At age 24, he was first team All-NBA while averaging 32 points per game in the regular season. And at 25, first team All-NBA, 34 points per game in the regular season, scoring champ, Western Conference Finals MVP, while also making the finals. So regardless of what happens, Luka Doncic is a very accomplished player, and winning an ESPY may not be huge to most people. It may not really add much to your resume when it's all said and done, talking about who's the best. And even though we'd much rather have him win the regular season MVP, and even better than that, a finals MVP along with a finals championship trophy, that Larry O'Brien, it's good to know that our boy Luka Doncic is still getting praise, that the basketball world does recognize his talent. But like I said, the real goal is to win the finals, to win a championship. The team is ready to go. Our young guys are hungry. They're ready. Our veterans, they're coming in with experience and knowledge. All we need is Jason Kidd to be on board and to know what he's working with. and this team will be very tough to beat. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another channel giveaway. The winner will be announced the first week of August. But until next time, y'all take care. Don't forget, drink water. Peace.